Hey guys, yo, what's up? My name is Seb and welcome to another episode of Jump Inside Games. Today we are doing a breakdown review of the game Dragon Age the Veilguard. It is going to be a very interesting one because my opinions on this game are kind of half and half. There are bits in this game that I like, so not everything that I hate. However, does it quite equal out what I feel like a Dragon Age game should be? I don't think so. My thoughts exactly, but we'll go through that as we go through the review. Let's begin this review. And starting off in this game, what we're going to talk about is something that I generally like about this game. And one of the things I really do like is the character customization menu. And you know what? It looks really nice. I really enjoyed using it. You can play as either an elf, Qunari, human, or dwarf. Once you've selected what you want to play as, then you can select the gender type, the pronouns, your preset character. You can even go in to change their hairstyles, and do you know what? Some of their hairstyles just look beautiful on this game, and so do the beards. They've made this game look really nice, and you know, I really just approve of what they made their character design do. It was a really good character design area. After this, you can choose things like your class, whether you want to be a warrior, a rogue, or if you want to be a mage. You also get to choose your backstory, which kind of provides you with different types of outfits, but you won't actually get to use them straight away. It's just a way of kind of like going, what type of faction do you want your character to be in? I went with, and what most of you will go with, is Grey Warden. You also get to choose your playstyle of how you would like to play the game, whether you want to be a hero of action and adventure or you'd want an easier just story campaign. It's completely up to you. So yeah, you get loads of different things in this. You get appearances, class, factions, playstyle. It's really nice. A lot of good Dragon Age beginning type stuff right there. This first part's very, very Dragon Age for me, and I love what they made these character designs look like, the details on them. It looks like they put a lot of effort into this, kind of like choosing what you want your character to look like in the game. And then, of course, you're here. This is the first part where you'll get to actually control your character after a few cutscenes. And this is where you'll finally get to control your character and actually just experience the world of Dragon Age. And it's a really nice introduction. This city is just an awesome fantasy city, and it looks absolutely beautiful. I love walking around here. The first time I got to walk around here, it was brilliant. One of the things that I came across that was quite interesting was the redesign for some characters. So, for example, at this part of the game, you were introduced to the Darkspawn. And you know what? It didn't look scary, but it definitely looked off-putting. And I think that's a very good thing for the Darkspawn. I think they got the character design right for Darkspawn. On like, Darkspawn aren't necessarily scary looking, but they are off-putting to look at. And you're kind of like creeped out a bit. And you know, it just, they look weird. They do look a bit weird, but I always imagine the Darkspawn looking weird in number one, and this game just continues to follow that type of trend. However, yeah, they do look a bit different. For the ogre design, I'm normally looking at ogres and I really want to imagine them being quite strong. In this particular game, I don't think it looked as strong as they did in Dragon Age Origins. He definitely looks a lot different from ogres that I was imagining inside this game. But yeah, that's what the ogres look like. Is it bad? You know what? I wasn't really that bothered about this particular character. Not as much as the next character I'm going to talk about. And from Dragon Age Origins and Inquisitions, we've got Morrigan returning to our screens. However, for me, I'm not quite sure if I like the new design for Morrigan. She looks a bit like mage-like and a less dark mage. I always feel like Morrigan was more like a darker styled mage and, you know, and all that kind of stuff. They got the voice actor correct, so she definitely sounds like Morrigan, but I just can't picture her voice on that particular character. I just feel like they've changed her in a style that I don't particularly agree with. However, that's your baseline decision whether you like her or not. That's just an opinion from me. Personally, just didn't like it. But yeah, that's Morrigan for you. Now moving on to how many companions can you have in this particular game, and you can only have 2 companions traveling with you at any one point. Normally in the past it's been 3 in Dragon Age Origins, in Dragon Age 2, and in Dragon Age Inquisitions, but now they've changed it, so instead of having 3 characters traveling with you, you only get 2, which is a little bit disappointing, because I like having a full-fledged miniature 4-person army battling the enemy, but no, they've only downed it to 2 companions, so there can only be 3 of you at any one point. Kind of feels a bit like Mass Effect in that way. And of course, you have your skill wheel, where you can put skills on wherever you like on this skill tree, and you can put it wherever. You can keep upgrading your character, and you can unlock that. And you know, it's really nice. It feels similar to something that you'd probably get in Skyrim, with like those skill trees up in the sky and all that kind of stuff. It just feels big and a lot of skills there to display, and you can put your skills on wherever you like. It might not be the same skills you get in Skyrim, because Skyrim actually has skills that you actually have to think about which ones you want to put on. But for this game, I think they do it quite well. It's a nice skill tree design. Now, before I wrap this video up and give it a score, you know, and there are a lot of stuff that I like about this game, but there is one kind of thing that I don't like about this game, and I have to say it because this is a Dragon Age game, and, you know, I'm used to Dragon Age. The core of Dragon Age is the way you fight, explore, design your character, and travel. And if it doesn't have those 4 key elements, then you know what? It just doesn't feel like a Dragon Age game for me. And it's got the character design, it's got the graphics looking great, it's got the fighting mechanics decent enough to enjoy, and I do like a lot of it. However, the kind of how the missions are laid out and how the world exploration works compared to previous, I don't think I like the way that this game has portrayed it. See, a lot of the stuff right now that I'm doing feels very linear. Like, the map design in this game is very linear, and what I mean by that is you are being taken from mission area to mission area, and it doesn't give you that big open world a feel of, you know, just being able to pause for a moment and just have an exploration to yourself, you know, with collectibles and places you can visit and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, you may not feel like that's Dragon Age, but for me, for Dragon Age Origins, when I was just able to walk around this city with my companions, being able to travel around the map and just to have areas to explore just felt really nice. And they didn't change that all the way up to Inquisitions, which pretty much just gave you a big, massive map to have and to explore. You could be what character type you wanted to be, and you could just have fun with this game entirely. I mean, with this particular game, as much as I absolutely love some of the stuff you can do, does it feel like a Dragon Age game? Personally, again, as I mentioned at the beginning, I don't think so. Unless I'm still in the tutorial. But I feel like I've been playing this a while, and I should have been out of the tutorial by now, if that is the case. Or if that isn't the case and I'm out of the tutorial, then I feel like I haven't seen a lot of side quest areas where I can do loads of side quests and collect stuff. I don't see that yet in the game. And I've been playing a little bit of it, and I'm like, where's all that gone? In total, have I got to this point in the game where I'm allowed to do side quests? Probably not. But as far as I've got into this game, it does feel like I should have come out of the tutorial by now. So within the first few hours of this game, is it going to feel like a Dragon Age game? Well, for me, no. Mainly because it doesn't really indicate to that part of going, look, there's an open area. Do the missions here, but then also try to explore. It doesn't really give me that feel. It gives me a feel of going, it's an action RPG. Look, we've completed a mission, go straight to the next mission, then go straight to the next mission. And it's not very indicated at a point where I'm allowed to explore. Maybe I just haven't got to that point in the story yet, but at the moment in time, I just feel like it feels very linear at the moment and very action RPG. But overall, I've got to give this a score. And the score that I'm going to give this game is a 7 out of 10. I feel like it's missing one of its core components at the beginning of this game. It didn't chuck me out in the world and tell me to explore. No, what it did instead was it made itself feel very linear on the path line. And as that's a core of the game, and that represents of at least quarter of what I want this game to do, and that's one of the more important parts of this game, I just feel it missed that area for me. And because that's such a big and key important thing, I've got to remove the closest thing I can do to 2.5, because 2.5 is a quarter of what I want this game to be. And to be honest with you, I don't hate all of it. In fact, I don't hate this as a game, but does it feel like a Dragon Age game yet? Not at the moment. And I think that's a little bit of a disappointment. However, this is only the first few hours, as I've mentioned, I think 3 or 4 times already. So maybe it will improve as I carry on playing it. So what's your decision? Do you like the game? Do you hate the game? What's your opinion on it? Am I being too kind? Am I being too harsh? And you know what? That's my review of this take. That's my own opinion, and you let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I will see you guys on another Jump Inside video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.